Hi, this is Hector Cisneros with Website Know-How. I'm here to talk to you today about an article I wrote about 6 months to a year ago called 6 Cardinal Rules for Social Media Success. Now, the whole purpose that I wrote this article is because people were asking me all kinds of questions because they were having a lot of problems having success using social media as a marketing tool. Well, the funny thing is I found 6 cardinal things, 6 cardinal mistakes that they were making all the time. And if you avoid these mistakes, you can actually have quite a bit of success. So up here on my board, I have 6 cardinal things I'm going to talk about. The first thing I want to say is that social media is not advertising. Social media is more like social network. Think about it as an electronic form of word-of-mouth marketing. You know, if you are doing word-of-mouth marketing, people want to share and know what's going on in everybody's industry. But what you want to make sure is you don't try and sell to people directly, because people don't like to be sold to. When they're doing social networking, what they want to do is find out what's the best stuff. And the best way for that to happen is when people are recommending your stuff. If you say your stuff is great, it's a commercial. When somebody else says your stuff is great, it's a testimonial. And that goes the same way, even if you're running an ad on Facebook, you know, their ad sites and so on. If your ad runs by itself, it's just a commercial. But if your ad runs and your friend's name says that they like that product, now it's a testimonial. So just remember, the social media is not advertising, it's a venue that you advertise in. Number 2, most people make a mistake and that they get burned out trying to do this stuff. So rule number 2 is create and stick to a schedule. If you set up a schedule to go once or twice a week and just answer all your posts and enter all your posts, you won't get burned out. Set a specific time limit, 1-2 hours, but don't go crazy, because a lot of people, one of the things they were saying is they'd start working on it at 8 o'clock and it'd be 3 o'clock in the morning before they realized, and they were really saying, what's going on, because I'm not getting anything out of it. So stick to a very specific rule and be patient. Number 3 is about being patient. You know, a lot of people, we live in a fast food world. They want instant gratification. Social media is not about instant gratification. Social media is about building trust. And building trust takes time. So there's 2 things that you have to do. 1, you have to build trust, but you also have to build an audience. And building an audience also takes time. So you have to be patient. A realistic time frame is a year. At the end of a year, how many people do you have following you? How many people are you connected with? So what I tell people, if you're building this network, at the end of a year, you want to be at about 1,000 followers if you can. If you can get it to about that size, then you have a message that when you send it out, a lot of people are going to be listening to it. If you follow the rule of 10, 10 people out of 100 will hear you every time you say it. So if you get 1,000, 100 people will immediately hear you. And out of that 100, maybe 10 will act immediately. So the bigger your network, the better. But the point I'm getting at is patience. You have to grow it. It's not going to be instant. Rome was not built in a day, and your network is not built in a day either. Number 4, save time by using aggregator software. This is a principle of leverage. If you use leverage to save time, you're also saving money. So an aggregator software program would be something like Hootsuite or TweetDeck or some of these other programs where you can actually send out your message simultaneously to multiple networks. This can save you a huge amount of time. The other thing they often do is they'll let you schedule the time that your post will be doing. So you can put together a bunch of posts and just have them sent out over the next 2 weeks so that you don't have to be sitting there working on it every day. So again, save yourself a lot of time. Use leverage. Number 4, saving time by using aggregator software. Number 5 is a question about how big your network should be. Because people will come in there and say, I got 150 people and it's not working. Well, it's not big enough. You know, bigger in this instance is better. If you have 1 million people following you and you press that button, a whole bunch of people are going to take action immediately. If you have 100 people, maybe 1 might even see it. So building a big network is very important. And the thing you have to understand is if you're patient, you can build a pretty big network in a fairly short period of time. If you were just to add 3 people a day to your network at the end of the year, you got about 1,000 people. So be patient and be smart, and just understand that what's big is big enough. 1,000 is the little critical threshold that you need to be at. Being at 5,000 or 6,000 people following you or being connected to that many people can have a big impact. Once you get to that size, then you need to start working the individuals in the network. The last one is, how much does it cost? Because a lot of people go crazy spending all kinds of money doing all kinds of different crazy things. You can spend a lot of money in social media just like you can on internet marketing in general or any other kind of advertising. Be smart with your money. Pick a specific venue, work that venue. If you find that you're running out of time and you need to spend more time on your business, find you a consultant that can do this for you. See if they have any kind of guarantees. A lot of people in our industry don't like to give any kind of guarantees, so guarantees can be very special. Just to give you a couple of ideas, if you were having somebody do Twitter marketing, they might spend $200 a month or something like that to do that. So don't spend a lot of money in the beginning. Make sure that you're committed to this venue. Find somebody who can give you help. In many cases, they can do some free consultations for you, and that can take you to the next level. Again, if you want to read this article, you can go to eZine Online. I have a couple of dozen articles that are on this subject out there. Networkersapprentice.com. Or you can also find a lot of this information in my book, 60 Seconds to Success. So again, this is Hector Cisneros, appreciating your time today. If you have any questions, you can contact me on the link that's on the website there. And again, successful marketing and social media.